This video will guide you through the main steps of the construction of the purchase request. So let's start. The name of the process is purchase order process. And I drag and drop the manually starting tool, and let's name the process in eFlow as purchase order form. This will be the name of the process that will be displayed in eFlow web. And then let's start with the basic data elements like the form number, form date in date format, and requester in string. And let's just drag and drop three calculate tools, and let's just start setting the data elements like set form number with instance ID function. This will be my form number, the initiator ID, and let's set the form date by selecting the data element as form date and the formula as now. This will set the date of today to the process, and as well as the requester. Let's set the requester data element with initiator formula, and let's just connect the data elements, and let's make some cosmetics to make it look better. Okay, so the first data elements are set. Then now let's set our request table. Let's name it request table, and the element type will be line item table. Let's start editing our table, and let the first column be product or service, and the type I will select pop-up select, and I will just write my code here as the selection from pop-up select. I already created my queries, so I go to my SQL Server Management Studio, and this will be the query that I will use in data source by using eFlow data source with this query. And the second column will be quantity, and it will be numeric. Let me just adjust the sizes as well. Let it be 90, and this one maybe 70. Then another column can be unit. I made unit drop down by using another query in SQL and this is the result. So I copy and paste my query by using iflow data source, and let it be 70 as well, the size. And the new column is product information, product info shortly, and it will be alphanumeric. The new column will be the supplier. Supplier will be in pop-up select type 2, and I'm gonna use another query that I already created, and it's here. Let's see our query, and this is the result of the query. So I copy and I paste my query here again by using iflow data source, and let's change the size to 100, and column P will be unit, not here, sorry, the size, but the column will be unit price, and it will be numeric, and column G will be the price, again numeric, and again 100. So let's write the formula of the price too. It will be unit price multiplied by quantity, so just B multiplied by F, and the format will be just 2 digits after comma, and column H will be the requested date. Let's make it requested date in date format, and the size will be 100, and I add another column, maybe the delivery date, again with 100 size, delivery date by using date type, and the last one can be approval, and I will make it checkbox, and the size again 100. So if I want to show the sum below, I can just use G column, show total sum. Okay, so my table is ready, and I always use a status data element for just giving information about the process, and under double quote, let's say entering request details, and let's set the status like this. And again, let's connect, and yes, let's save the first part of the process. Now I want to hide some columns to the requester when the purchase order process is triggered. So I use one function for that, and that function will be hide table column, and this is the hide table column function. So the table will be my request table, and column index will be the columns that I want to hide. So in order to decide which columns I want to hide, I need to see the table. So let's check the table first. And you see at the table, I can just hide maybe the supplier, the unit price, approval, and delivery date. So it should be the supplier 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. Alright, I go back now and I use the parentheses, but this type of parentheses, and I just write the columns I want to hide. And I make the bool true so that the function will work for hiding this. And let's say hide column, and the calculated data element of course will be the request table. Alright, so before the requester starts the process, I will hide some columns, and now I can just bring a task form here. Let's find our task form, drag and drop here, and so let's add one terminate tool. So if the process is started by mistake, the user can cancel the process. Let's add this cancel button with the background color of red, and let's go to our form and let's choose which data elements we want to show. Form number read only, form date read only, requester read only, and request table. These are set by calculate data elements, so I make them read only, but the request table I have to fulfill data. So let's go and let's make the description like purchase order form, and the subject can be, I can use the formulas, purchase order number, form number, and here I can write to the disclosure a warning to the user. I can use HTML code, so I pre-built what I want to write, and I will just copy and paste it here. It will be red and the font will be a little bit larger to warn the user. So I block task notification mails as it's a demo, and I say okay. So I save the process and I activate it. I go to eFlow, I refresh my page, and I start the process. Purchase order form, start. Okay, please enter the details of your purchase request. Form number read only, form date read only, requester read only. So let's check the queries, products and services. So far so good. Quantity, unit, product info, request date, and I cancel.